Welcome to Concept Craft. We are presenting step-by-step videos training to crack your certification exam, so you can gain the confidence to take on any accounting challenge. Now let's begin our today's lesson.
Delayed charges. Learning outcomes. In this lesson, we'll cover using delayed charges in QuickBooks Online. Topics: delayed charges, delayed credits, and invoicing. Examples of using delayed charges: viewing unbilled charges, Pro Advisor Challenge, simplify your work. Clients that provide regular services, such as a gardener with a lawn service, might bill their customers after each visit or invoice them on a weekly basis. However, it can be a lot of work for the client to create this volume of paperwork and track open receivables. Plus, many customers prefer to receive one monthly bill, which means the client has to record all the lawns they cut and on which day to know what to invoice each customer at month end. Surely there's a better way. How can you in QuickBooks Online help? With delayed charges in QuickBooks Online, your clients can record regular, flat fee jobs throughout the month and invoice customers for them at a later date. They can even set these up as recurring transactions. Like billable expenses or billable time, delayed charges are non-posting transactions. Delayed charges are available in all subscription levels except QuickBooks Simple Start. Delayed charges, delayed credits, and invoicing. There's no special setup needed to use delayed charges. Let's see how to create a delayed charge and follow the process through to the invoice. Select Plus New, then Delayed Charge. Add the customer. Add the product/service, the quantity, and the rate. Notice the Make Recurring option at the bottom of the screen. Selecting this allows you to create a template for setting up a recurring delayed charge and schedule it as needed. We aren't setting up a recurring delayed charge here, so let's carry on. When you're done entering the service and rate, select Save and Close. If a client has set up a recurring delayed charge but is unable to carry out the services, they can record a delayed credit rather than going back and editing the delayed charge. A delayed credit is the opposite of a delayed charge. To record one, select Plus New, then Delayed Credit. Select the customer. Add the product/service, the quantity, and the rate for the missed work. Then select Save and Close. Finally, let's see how to invoice the customer. Select Plus New, then Invoice. Select the customer as with other billable charges. Once the customer is selected, the Add to Invoice drawer opens up. It shows both the delayed charge and the delayed credit. Select Add next to each to add them individually, or at all. Close the drawer. Finally, select Save and Close. That's it. Examples of using delayed charges. Let's look at two examples where delayed charges are useful. Select each tab to find out more. Case A, Mileage. Case B, Printing and Copying Costs. Case A, Mileage. Let's say your client charges their customers 75 cents per mile for mileage expenses, and they recently did a 50-mile round trip for a consulting meeting with a customer. First, they need to create a service item for mile driven that links to a separate income account called Mileage Charge. Then they need to enter the delayed charge. Select Plus New, then Delayed Charge. Select the customer and set the date. For the service item, select Mileage Charge. For quantity, add 50 at a rate of 75 cents each equals $37.50, no tax. When you or the client invoice the customer later in the month, the mileage charge item will appear in the drawer ready to be added to the invoice. Case B, Printing and Copying Costs. Let's say your client, an attorney, charges $1 per photocopy for their case papers and they made 100 copies for a single client of theirs today. First, they need to create a service item called photocopies and link it to an other income account. Then they need to enter the delayed charge. Select Plus New, then Delayed Charge. Select the customer and set the date. For the service item, select photocopies. For quantity, add 100 at a rate of $1 each equals $100, no tax. Finally, when it's time to create the invoice later in the month, you or your client can add the photocopies item with the associated costs to the invoice from the drawer. Viewing unbilled charges. You and your client may want to view any unbilled charges, either as part of your day-to-day bookkeeping tasks or when your client is ready to invoice their customer. There are several ways to do this, regardless of whether the unbilled charges are billable expenses, time charges, or delayed charges. One way is to navigate either to Thiel's Sales or the Customers tab in the Sales Center and select the Unbilled Activity segment of the Money bar. This shows all customers with unbilled charges waiting to be invoiced. Another option is to select the Unbilled Charges report from the Who Owes You section of the Reports Center. This report includes all unbilled charges including billable expenses, billable time, and delayed charges and credits. You can also select the Unbilled Time report to only show time that hasn't been invoiced yet without displaying other unbilled charges. Take our Pro Advisor Challenge. Ready to test how you would do as a Pro Advisor? Complete the following task and help a sample client, Craig's Landscaping Company, create a delayed charge. To complete the task, you need to right-click the Craig's Landscaping link below and select Copy Link Address. Open a new browser window in Private View, Incognito in Chrome, in Private in Microsoft Edge, Private Window in Safari, etc. Then right-click and paste the full link. Craig's Landscaping is a practice account and a safe space for you to explore and try out new things without worrying about making a mistake or breaking something. Once you close the window, the account is completely refreshed, so you can start over again. Craig's Landscaping. Select the headings to find out more. Summing up. Learning outcomes. In this lesson, we covered using delayed charges in QuickBooks Online. Knowledge recap. Delayed charges are a simple and effective way for any business to keep track of items to be billed to clients in the future. Next steps. In the next lesson, we'll look at the Progress Invoicing feature in QuickBooks Online.